So I'm delighted to be involved in the Budding Chef Exchange. Something I'm very passionate about is, bringing through the young kids and giving them experiences in everyday hospitality and cooking, but also the wonderful opportunity to go and meet the suppliers, the people that really bring the produce to the table, allow us chefs to produce the wonderful food that we do. Without the suppliers and without the next generation of chefs, none of this happens. As a very proud Scotsman, and as a Scotsman who had worked in France for many years, working in France with the big chefs in France, I'm extremely passionate about the larder we have in Scotland. From the langoustine and the scallops to the north, from the icy cold waters, to the game, the mallard, the grouse in the winter, to the beef and the lamb. Everything is exceptional. We have the most wonderful larder, and now we're really starting to be known throughout the world as a culinary destination and sharing our produce with the world. Budding Chefs is something which is very close to my heart. The thought of giving something back, from inviting young chefs into my kitchen to really have an experience of what it's like in the day-to-day running of a kitchen. But on the other hand, the exchange between Scotland and France, the old alliance is back. But then going back and going into the nature, meeting the suppliers, meeting the producers, the people who deliver the wonderful produce to my kitchen and allowing me to cook that for my guests.
Working with Budding Chefs is brilliant, and we have a young chap, Leo, who is brilliant, and he's enthusiastic, he's keen, he wants to succeed, and you can see that. So he's going to have a busy day today, and we're going to show him as much as we can, taking it right down to the basics, right down to that dirty carrot, right down to a chicken, right down to a whole animal ideally, and showing him as much as we can in a short space of time, and hopefully he'll leave with a spring in his step and he'll be encouraged on such a beautiful day.
I'm Mark Greenaway from Restaurant Mark Greenaway at 69 North Castle Street, and the food that we do here is very sort of modern, progressive British. So that means for me that we use the abundant larder that we've got not only in Scotland but in Britain. And I think at the moment what's happening in Scotland is, when I started cooking 20 years ago, a lot of us chefs sort of spread our wings and went to France, Australia, London to learn to cook. Now what seems to be happening is all those chefs are coming back, so therefore the younger generation now don't actually have to leave. So it means that the food in Scotland now compared to 20 years ago has moved on so far. We've gotten away from chicken stuffed with haggis to some really modern food with great modern techniques, but sort of based in classic French foundations. So it really is an exciting place to be at the moment, is not only Scotland but Edinburgh.
We had 2 students in with us in the kitchen from the Budding Chefs, which I think is it's a great experience to bring these students across from a different country to experience cuisine and different styles in another country. This is the first year we've supported it. I think it's a great benefit to the students. It's a great program. I also think as a chef, an experienced chef, it is part of my duty to make sure we give back to the younger chefs in the industry coming in and give them an opportunity to come and work in different kitchens and different environments to give people the best schooling and training possible.
My name's Jack. I've worked a few years in Paris, 8 years in Paris. I was sous chef at Taïwan restaurant for 4 years. I've now got my own restaurant here in Edinburgh, and we've been open 2.5 years, and we've got 1 Michelin star, and we're just pushing onwards and upwards. Voila. I think it's beneficial. Like I said, I would have preferred to have a few more days with the students, but they were very good. I think it's good for them to come and see what Scotland's doing. Yeah, because I don't think in France they think the food's not as good as what it actually is.
I think the Budding Chef concept is a tremendous one, to a large degree because it's coming from France, and like it or not, I believe in the world of restaurants and bars, we still have a great respect for the French tradition, etc. So, I think the Budding Chefs is an inspired idea, and look forward very much to seeing how successful it is in the fullness of time.
Hungry they run for him face. Hungry they run for him face. cap for him head. Him khaki woolen shirt for him body. Him khaki woolen shirt for him body. Him trouser they fly above him knee. Him trouser they fly above him knee. The people way employ the man, give him permit to carry the thing way bad. Give him permit to carry baton. Give him permit to carry tear gas. Give him permit to carry bullet. If it carry basket for protection too. That's all we the see him every day. That's all you they happen every day. One day,
Saturday,
one day,
Saturday morning,
the whole thing change. One day,
5 a.m.
one day,
November
the whole
23,
thing change. One day,
1974.
one day, Kalakuta show. One day,
Saturday,
one day,
Saturday morning,
Kalakuta show. Kalakuta show. Them actually use them jaggers and button and bullet. Them actually use them jaggers and button and bullet. Them use them basket for protection too. Them use them basket for protection too. Them do one thing they never do before. 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 Them will hire Axio. Them will be ring cordless. Them will hire Axio. Them will be ring cordless.
Them wire,
Axio. Them will be ring bullet. Them will be ring tear gas. Them will be ring button. Them will be ring bullet. Them will be ring Kalakuta show. Kalakuta show. No. Kalakuta show. Kalakuta show.
We have a number of French restaurants in the city, which are well loved. They're part of the map here, the scenery, and the chefs who have come here, although French in origin, are very much domiciled now in Edinburgh. They live here and they work here, but they retain a great community of a French community here, and that's why I love this project. That's bringing on a new generation. It's bringing life and enthusiasm from these links that young people come from France and come and see what Edinburgh has to offer in Scotland. And
thank you very much. Bonne santé.
Them will build it, and the arm, them will build it, and me leg it, them will build it, and me yash it, and me blood it, and the full of, and me lawyer, and the common, and me pity, and me